Ryan, not the prettiest of performances, but do we look at that as an important point on the road against a side pushing for playoffs?
Yeah, it's definitely an important point, of course, and you're right, yeah, it weren't pretty, but you look at what Leyton Orient have done this year. I praised Richie in the pre-match press for what he's done and what they're doing, and you only have to look at the bench to bring it on. Kilman, who scored 15 goals, and you know, the lads who are coming off the bench and the players they've got. We went about our business a little bit different today. We went more solid defensively because we knew it was going to be a tough place to come. Yet we rode our luck, but that's what you have to do. You know, I think the Evans were looking down on us from obviously last Tuesday night where we conceded a scrappy goal, and today we haven't. So listen, massive positives. Yeah, it weren't pretty. We'd like a little bit more, but they're a good team. They've got good rotations. They roll in, they roll out. They had some opportunities. Yet we didn't create as many opportunities as we want, but we know that anyway. And that's what we've got to get better at. But I've got no question they will eventually. But you know, with injuries and people out the team and out the squad and whatnot, and trying to create is, you know, a daily thing for us. But look, we got a fantastic point, a clean sheet, and it helps us on the road to where we want to get to.
First half, they had most of the ball, but they didn't really threaten Sam too much. Did we look quite solid?
We was solid. Listen, and fair play to all the lads. I always say from the front to the back. You know, the back three lads were fantastic again, putting bodies on the line. I've just said to James Carragher and John Mellis, then how far was that? He said it was close, and he just got a little nick in. That's clever for me. That's a nice little scratch away and to stop it going in. But look, we have to pay Leyton Orient massive respect for what they've done, and they're a good team. And you know, it weren't pretty from us today, but I took a point all day long coming here.
You introduced Melise at the break. Was that just to try and see a little bit more in behind? What was the message at half time?
We went with 2 10s and Johnny and Owen, and Johnny's still nursing a little bit of a tightness, but he wanted to play, and you know, we could see that in terms of where he was running, how he was running. So we just changed it out. We felt deep midfield was getting on the ball a bit too much, and you know, that's a tactical change at half time to make sure we've got 3 midfielders. You know, Jens playing today was fantastic, right wing back, and then dropped into midfield, then dropped into a 10 position. He's played 3 different positions, but we've told the lads that's what they've got to do. They're expected to when they do come in the team. Robbo again playing left wing back. You know, they've battled hard for a point there today, and I'm really pleased, yeah.
And Sam stood up in the second half, didn't he? Made some important saves.
He did, yeah. Yeah, he did, of course, and that's what he does. He's a good goalkeeper in them situations and makes some good saves and keeps it in the game. But you know, from back to front, he defended very well. Yeah, we know obviously that it was one shot, which is, you know, that's fine. But sometimes you have to adapt and you have to come to these places to try and find something. And we've come away with a clean sheet and a positive point.
You mentioned it, you alluded to it earlier, a lot of injuries at the moment, certainly in that central area, that obviously is not helping, I suppose, people playing out of position, but Ollie Norburn and Baba didn't make it today, and Ronan Darcy as well, he was missing. Can you shed any light on Ronan?
It's a bit of a nightmare, but again, I've only just come into the fold and seeing it and what they're doing, and you know, it's something we'll address and look at, and Joe and the physios are doing, you know, working extremely hard to get them back. It's mostly niggles, Achilles, knees, muscle injuries, but it's football, innit? They happen. We've just got a bit too many, if for my life, and even a little bit of time I've been here. Dash was struggling with his Achilles yesterday, so we've had to go. He had to leave him behind and go and get an injection to drain it out. Some fluid on it. Norbs is not looking good, but I don't want to give you too much information until I've spoke to him, because I need to speak to him sometime today. Baba's been on the grass for a couple of days. Chambo's back in the fold, so we're getting a little bit back. Yeah, it's one of them things, innit? We've just got to, you know, keep riding it out and riding the storm, and you know, the games are now going down slower. The quicker we can get down to the last 2 or 3, the better, because then we can just get the points we need, and then we can plan for next season, because we want to make sure that we're doing the right things by all the players. I don't want to rush anyone back, but you know, they're putting the bodies on the line for us to try and get back. And yeah, the quicker we can get a fully fit squad and get the points we need, then I'll be happy.
Any of those boys got a chance for Tuesday? Quick turnaround?
Baba might have, yeah, but and then Dars might have, depending on how they've drained his Achilles. He had a bit of fluid on it, so we'll see how he is. But if they're available, then they'll be with us, and then we'll maybe again have to freshen it up after today, because I think they've covered some distance and they've worked the socks off.
Finally, you talk about a distance. The fans have made a good travel today, and again Tuesday, another long trip.
They'll have a bit of sunburn as well. They've been in the sun all day, haven't they? But no, fantastic. And listen, we know it's not pretty at the moment. In terms of, but look, I think they'll be with me on everything. That the fact of the matter is, we just want to get as many points as we possibly can, and then take it from there.